What's up, guys? Have another monster flashlight to review, or I should say mini monster. This is the Thrunite TN30 mini. Alright, I just did a review of the TN36 not too long ago. Very similar form factor on this light. Only this one is half the price and a little bit more than half the lumens. Price on these are $109.95 if you shop through Amazon. You can also get it direct through Thrunite's website. This has, as you can see, let's zoom in a little bit here, 3 Cree XML2 LEDs. Alright, now when you have this like tri-pattern with the LEDs, a lot of times you do get some kind of distortion on your hotspot. I did not notice that with this particular light, which is nice. It's something that's pretty common. You know, just because of the reflectors, even though they're stippled very nicely and it kind of bounces that light around, you shouldn't really have much you know, artifacts and things of that nature, just because of the inherent shape of this kind of clover. Usually at close range you will get some kind of distortion, but not so much with this one. So yeah, this is basically the size of like a Coke can, all right, or well, any can for that matter, just not quite as wide, but it is certainly fat. And the reason is because this is housing 4 18650s for its power source. Alright, we'll take a look at that real quick. It's got the same battery pack style as the TN36. Alright, very nicely done. This particular one, I'm running Thrunite batteries. These are 3200 milliamp batteries. Alright, once these are positioned properly in the battery pack here, it doesn't matter what position you put it in the frame or the body. Alright, so we get this put back on. Alright, so here's your actuation button. Once you put that on, you can see that there's a blue LED there. Alright, this will turn red when your batteries are dying, which is a very nice feature. Real quick, let's take a look at our packaging, what we get. Of course, the cardboard box with this one. Alright, your paperwork. If you want, you could pause. Let's see, features. You could pause here, and here, and here for operation and all that, but I'll tell you real quick. As well as this one does come with a nice sheath. I've talked to these before. It's no different than any other Thrunite sheath. They work very well. They're very sturdy. They're not falling apart. Even though these things are made overseas, it is very high quality with their sheaths. Now, because this one's so big and heavy, you may actually want to use the sheath on this one. In carrying it, because I carry a gun, I have it on my right side, so I put the flashlight on my left side. It balances out very nicely. If you don't carry a lot of gear or a lot of weight, you might find this to be very heavy on your side, but you know, sure beats putting it in your pocket. So besides that, we also have our accessories pack, which gives you a spare rubber boot for our button, as well as spare O-rings. So that covers accessories. As far as using this, the UI or user interface is the same as the TN36. Alright, basically there's going to be the 2 hidden modes. When it's off, if you hold it down, you're going to get your Firefly or Moonlight mode. This one is 0.4 lumens for 98 days. Like I said, one of these days we're going to test that and you know, see how accurate that is. Alright, but if you double click when it's off, it goes right into your turbo mode. Now, turbo for this one is 3200 lumens. That is ridiculous. Alright, TN36 is upwards of 6,000 lumens, which is also ridiculous, but it's also twice the price. So for people who want a huge monster flashlight, but don't want to pay upwards of $200, this is a great option for 110 bucks. Very excited when I saw this one come out. This one was actually sent to me by Thrunite. They saw I did a bunch of reviews on their flashlights and decided to send this one so I could check it out, so I really appreciate that. I dealt with their customer service many times before on different lights, just asking questions and stuff, as I do with lots of different companies. I do the same thing with Nightcore and Phoenix and 4.7s, and they're all really good. The one thing I do like about Thrunite is that they do have a bunch of warehouses in the US, and shipping is super fast. I believe the one, when I place orders on Amazon, and when I get packages from them, it comes out of Texas, and it's pretty damn fast, the shipping. But that's just for me up here in Pennsylvania. So anyway, so yeah, the 2 hidden modes, real quick, we have turbo, and then when it's off again, hold it down for your Firefly. Now, if you just turn it on normally, and you hold it down, okay, it's going to cycle through your 3 middle modes, which is going to be low, medium, and high. You can see it cycles all the way around, full circle. So it's low, medium, high, low, medium, high. It doesn't ramp up and down, which I actually prefer. I'd rather prefer low, medium, high, as opposed to low, medium, high, medium, low, medium, high. You know, I don't like that one, you know, so much. I like it to go kind of full circle around. So anyway, let's get this to our low mode. This is going to be 40 lumens for 123 hours runtime. All right, to put that in perspective, 40 lumens is about the power of an average cheap flashlight these days, right? Even cheap flashlights are pretty decent. You get a decent mag light, you know, an LED, let's say a 2 AA mag light. You're looking at about that, maybe possibly a little more, but you're getting a ridiculous runtime because of the power source here, all right? A lot of times, and especially in flashlights, you get caught up in, 1,000 lumens, 2,000 lumens, and you kind of forget that something as simple as 40 lumens is plenty of light for, most of the stuff you're going to use it for anyway. This is just a lumen race. This is just a cool monster flashlight that really just can impress your friends or, see an entire property or light up a parking lot. So anyway, I just wanted to point that out, is that it's not all about, 1,000 plus lumens. Even 40 lumens, that's totally enough light to do most things anyway. Hold that button down. We're going to jump it up to medium. Medium goes all the way up to 435 lumens, which is more than most small EDC flashlights. You get a 15-hour runtime. Again, massive power source here, having four 18650s. Hold it down again. Of course, we have our high. All right, low, medium, high. 1900 lumens. All right, that's crazy. Now, if that was where it ended for $100, 1900 lumens, I would still think that's pretty damn good. But the fact that, double click that, it goes right to turbo, which is 3200 lumens, and the runtime on that is, now here's where I want to talk about this again, and I've done this with many flashlights. The company and the website says you have a 2-hour runtime, okay, on 3200 lumens, but high, you get an hour and a half on 1900 lumens. Doesn't make sense to me. Why would you get more runtime with a higher output? So I did, in fact, test this mode. And in this mode, in turbo, I got exactly 1 hour and 24 minutes from super bright to completely dead. All right, so that's my testing, 1 hour, 24 minutes. I did not test the high mode, just turbo. Okay, again, you have to question these things. You can't just take it for granted. Website says it's this bright. Now, I don't have like a light box or anything to test brightness. I can compare it, from past videos and just from personal experience in using so many damn flashlights. But I did want to test that, again, on my specific Thrunite 3200 milliamp batteries on turbo, 3200 lumens, as it's stated, for 1 hour, 24 minutes, okay? And then strobe is supposed to be 3.9 hours. Again, did not test strobe mode. So, overall, I really like this flashlight, of course. This is a more affordable option as opposed to the TN36. So if that got your juices flowing and you really like the idea of having a friggin', pocket flashlight that was the size of a soda can that's pumping out, 6,000 lumens, but you didn't have $200, well, if you have $100, you can get pretty much half that, or a little bit more than half of that. Again, same LEDs, same power source, just a little bit cheaper on the price, and of course a little less on those lumens. It's just interesting. I do like these short, fat lights as opposed to, if you were going to string up four 18650s, the thing would be, 18 inches long. It's just impractical. So that's when you start having to bunch them together. But, fit and finish and quality on this is very, very high, especially with the bigger Thrunite lights. I do like their small EDC lights. I have tons of reviews on them. But their bigger one, their powerhouses, they're definitely affordable if you compare them to other things in the market that are offering the same, or even less, light output and run times. So that's why I'm such a fan of it. But the TN30 Mini is a very cool light. And like I said, a little bit more affordable. Not everyone's into spending $100 on a flashlight, but if you're into flashlights, it's a hell of a deal. Let me put it that way to you. It's not an EDC light. It's something that would be dedicated to maybe a vehicle light or for a car. Things of that nature where you're going to need a little bit more light, more specifically like in an emergency situation and or like a outdoor camping type situation. That's where this is going to really shine. You don't need that much light for, getting to your, shed in the middle of the night or looking around your house. It's overkill. But it's a very cool light to have if you really want to, throw a couple extra lumens out there. So that's all. I'm going to show you the beam shots outside to give you a good idea of what this looks like. The one thing I did want to mention about this and using it is that what I like about this particular light is that you still get a strong hot spot even though you get so much flood. Okay, so it's a big area light, but it still punches through and gives you a nice tight beam that travels quite a bit of a distance. Alright guys, so time for some action shots. I'm outside here in the snow. We're going to bump this straight up to the 3200 lumen turbo mode. And there it is, right off the bat. Extremely impressive. You can see not only do we have a distinctive hotspot that travels quite far, way across the street over there, but you also get an immense amount of spill on this. Alright, so it's a very wide beam. It's basically an area light with an extra little throw in the middle. Okay, so let's go through the modes here. We have low. Can still see in person. I can still see all the way to the bench, just not quite as nice. Alright, then medium, and then up to high. Then double click for that turbo. Turbo is of course amazing, even on the mini version here. And then of course the massive strobe mode. So at this point, if you have epilepsy, please don't watch the next part. Alright, just completely takes over the camera there. Won't be able to focus on anything. But yeah, there it is. The TN30 Mini. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you have an awesome day, and I'll see you soon. Take care.